He is known for his contributions to observational astronomy and modern science. He is recognized for his work in physics and engineering, as well as his inventions. He is Galileo Galilei. In the city of Pisa, Italy, a brilliant mind was born into the world. His name was Galileo Galilei, and he would go on to become one of the most influential figures in the history of science. Galileo's insatiable curiosity led him to study a wide range of subjects, from speed and velocity to gravity and free fall. He delved into the principles of relativity, inertia, and projectile motion, leaving no stone unturned in his pursuit of knowledge. But it was in the field of astronomy that Galileo truly left his mark. Armed with a telescope, he made groundbreaking observations that challenged the prevailing beliefs of his time. He confirmed the phases of Venus, discovered the 4 largest satellites of Jupiter, and even observed the rings of Saturn. Galileo's keen eye also analyzed lunar craters and sunspots, unraveling the mysteries of the celestial world. However, Galileo's revolutionary ideas faced fierce opposition, particularly from the Catholic Church. The Church, along with some astronomers, rejected Galileo's belief in heliocentrism, the idea that the Earth revolves around the Sun. The matter was taken up by the Roman Inquisition, who declared heliocentrism to be heretical and contradictory to Holy Scripture. Galileo's views were seen as a threat to the authority of the Church, and he was forced to recant his beliefs under the threat of punishment. Despite the hardships he faced, Galileo's legacy as the father of observational astronomy and modern science remains unshakable. His determination to seek the truth and challenge established dogmas continues to inspire generations of scientists and thinkers. Galileo Galilei, a name that will forever be synonymous with curiosity, courage, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Galileo's famous statement, "My life will recur in exactly identical fashion," reflected not only his philosophical musings but also the journey of his early life and family. Born in Pisa, Italy, on February 15, 1564, Galileo was the eldest of 6 children. His father, Vincenzo Galilei, was a renowned lutenist, composer, and music theorist, who instilled in young Galileo a healthy skepticism for established authority. Growing up, Galileo's family faced financial challenges. 3 of his siblings survived infancy, including his younger brother Michelangelo, who also pursued a career in music. However, Michelangelo's struggles with finances burdened Galileo throughout his life. Despite this, Galileo's own musical talents as a lutenist provided him some respite, and he often sought to develop inventions that would bring him additional income. At the age of 8, Galileo's family moved to Florence, leaving him under the care of Muzio Tidaldi for 2 years. Eventually, at the age of 10, Galileo joined his family in Florence, where he continued his education under the tutelage of Jacopo Borghini. He received a comprehensive education, with a particular focus on logic, during his time at the Vallombrosa Abbey, located about 30 kilometers southeast of Florence. Galileo's early life and family experiences shaped his intellectual curiosity and thirst for knowledge. His upbringing in a household that valued music and nurtured skepticism laid the foundation for his future contributions to science and philosophy. As Galileo himself once said, "My life will recur in exactly identical fashion," highlighting his belief in the interconnectedness of past, present, and future. Galileo, known for his groundbreaking contributions to science, had a unique way of referring to himself, simply by his given name. In Italy, surnames were optional at the time, and Galileo's given name, Galileo Galilei, had the same origin as his sometimes used family name. This connection traced back to his ancestor, Galileo Bonaiuti, a renowned physician, professor, and politician in Florence during the 15th century. Interestingly, both Galileo Bonaiuti and Galileo Galilei were laid to rest in the Basilica of Santa Croce in Florence. Occasionally, Galileo would refer to himself with more than one name, such as Galileo Galilei Linceo. This additional name highlighted his membership in the prestigious Accademia dei Lincei, a pro-science organization in Italy. During the mid-16th century in Tuscany, it was common for families to name their eldest son after the surname of the parents. Hence, Galileo Galilei may not have been named specifically after his ancestor Galileo Bonaiuti. The origins of Galileo's name and surname held biblical significance. The male given name, Galileo, derived from the Latin Galileus, meaning, of Galilee, a region in northern Israel associated with Jesus and his followers. This connection to the biblical Galilee would later become the subject of a famous pun. In 1614, amidst the Galileo affair, a Dominican priest named Tommaso Caccini delivered a controversial sermon against Galileo. In his sermon, Caccini quoted Acts 1 verse 11, asking, "Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven?" Galileo's unique approach to referring to himself and the biblical roots of his name and surname add intriguing layers to his life story. As we delve into the complexities of his philosophy and scientific discoveries, it is essential to understand the significance of his name and its connection to his ancestry. This understanding sheds light on Galileo's perspective and the influences that shaped his groundbreaking contributions to the world of science. Galileo Galilei, despite being a genuinely pious Roman Catholic, found himself in a complicated situation when it came to his family life. He fathered 3 children out of wedlock with a woman named Marina Gamba. They had 2 daughters, Virginia and Livia, and a son named Vincenzo. However, due to the circumstances of their birth, Galileo faced challenges in providing a secure future for his daughters. He believed that their illegitimate status would make it difficult for them to find suitable husbands or bear the financial burden of marriage. As a result, Galileo made the difficult decision to have both girls enter the convent of San Matteo in Arcetri. This meant that they would dedicate their lives to religious service. Virginia, upon entering the convent, took the name Maria Celeste. She remained there for the rest of her life, living a devout and humble existence. Tragically, she passed away on April 2, 1634. She was buried alongside Galileo at the Basilica of Santa Croce in Florence. As for Livia, she adopted the name Sister Arcangela and battled illness throughout her life. On the other hand, Galileo's son, Vincenzo, faced a different fate. He was later legitimized as the legal heir of Galileo and went on to marry a woman named Sestilia Baccineri. While Vincenzo had a different path than his sisters, the circumstances of their upbringing undoubtedly shaped the dynamics of their family. The story of Galileo Galilei's early life and family highlights the complexities and challenges that individuals may face in their personal lives. It showcases the choices and sacrifices that parents may make to ensure the well-being and future of their children. Galileo's decision to have his daughters enter the convent reflects his concern for their security and the limited options available to them as illegitimate children. In our daily lives, this story reminds us of the importance of making difficult decisions and sacrifices for the well-being of our loved ones. It shows us that circumstances may not always align with our ideals or expectations, but we must adapt and make choices that will provide the best possible future for ourselves and those we care about.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.